And I do wonder where that information is being stored and who's hacking it and, and all that kind of stuff. So, for all those folks that were against computers, when they were coming out, the old timers, as I say, now I kind of look at them and I say, you know what? You may have had a point. Even though computers have changed, my profession in a great way, it's hurt. It's hurt. And I alluded to the texting thing briefly yesterday on folks who never pick up the phone. It's just not personable. They've replaced the human voice with emojis, for Christ's sake. I mean, they have. It's like, geez, really? Emojis. Does it really encompass the human spirit? It really doesn't. The human voice is so revealing. Pick up the phone if you really want to make a point. I mean, Twitter is great for a minute for just short things that you want to blast out, but to really have an intelligent conversation with somebody, that's why I think talk radio is growing enormously, because you can hear the soul of the individual on the other line. I mean, what's more naked than a microphone? And we don't soup it up. We don't process it heavily. It's flat, by the way, for engineers. It's just an RE20 and it's just me. And that's a beautiful thing. Oh, yeah. There's some of these shock jocks. They have to thunder up presets on a voice changer or whatever, or an EQ, where their voice is kind of like this for the whole show. And then you run into them in real life. It's like they don't sound anything like it. And I mean, it's just a stick. It's not them. It's well, yeah, Howard Stern's like that. He's like a recluse. He does his show, and Don Imus, somebody told me he's kind of like that too. But he's good at what he does. I mean, come on. The guy's practically 100 himself, still doing it. I can do a great Don Imus, by the way. You want to hear it? All right, I'm going to give it. All right, so Bernie, what do we got going on today? Trump, he's going off saying he's furious. All right, that's it started kind of breaking down a little bit, but he's kind of a crotchety old man, But he's got a good crew working for him, man, and we need that kind of help, man. We got to have like 4 or 5 people in the studio, open up the microphones, and just have some banter back and forth. That would be really, really cool. I wouldn't have to work as hard. I'd have to come up with something piffy, like every 5 or 6 minutes, and just kind of go round table. That would be really interesting. That's why I say for people that are in television and they have the experts, and there's like 8 or 10 people there, let somebody speak for about 10, 15 minutes. They circle back. So within the 15 minutes, that hour that you're with, hopefully you can put something together that actually sounds intelligent, where everybody has it. On radio, it's got to work so much harder, especially when you don't have an entourage with you. And that's okay. I'm not complaining. I signed up for this. That's all right. And by the way, listener supported for the people, 100%. And I think it's timely right now. We're still shy of our goal, but I'm proud to say, thanks to the help of our supporters, friends of Chuck, that we have raised so far $410, folks, for an iPad Pro that will cost $799. We have to buy some accessories, but $799 was our goal, and we only have $389 to go. So if you'd like to help us reach that goal today, whether it's $1, $5, $10, $25, whatever you can give, $100, you want to cover the whole thing, whatever you're able to do, would really, really appreciate that greatly. When we come back from the break, we're going to talk about the New York Times. How many times do they have to get it wrong? How many times do they have to get the story wrong with fake news? Why do they have to line up with CNN and so many others of the mainstream media to sit there and lie about things? And this one has to do with climate. You're not going to believe it. Oh, you're going to believe it. Oh, yeah, it's there. Yeah, people ask me, what do you think about the climate thing? Personally speaking, with climate and the inconvenient truth, numbers are exaggerated. Like the desert Southwest. Like there's part of the West that's on fire. It's an inferno. Okay, it's warm here in Tampa. I think it's a warmer summer this year than most summers, more humid. But the Northeast, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, I mean, my mother was telling me it was in the 60s the other night. So it's been cool there, 60s and 70s. I think maybe it's going to get up to the 80s in New York in the next day or so. But it hasn't been, it's been cool up there. I think there's, I'm not an expert, I think there's just patterns of weather. You know, you look at NASA and look at the years, it just, the fabrications and the hype, as you will find out, it's much more of that. Do I believe that men and women contribute to global warming? I think that there's things that we do that don't help it. But we certainly do a lot more than we used to. Because, you know, you're not knocked out with somebody's tailpipe unless they have a classic car and they have a carburetor. So we've come a long way there, and with trucks and with emissions and stuff like that, very strict guidelines. And for factories, and yes, the EPA, a lot of the folks on the left say, Donald Trump doesn't care about the environment. He didn't like the bad deal with the Paris Agreement. It had nothing to do with not believing that there was warming or phenomenon going on with the weather where there's changes, but the weather's been changing for a long time. The earth has been changing for a long time. People have changed for a long time. I personally just think that it's that the earth goes through changes, just like planets in our solar system get warmer, and you can do that research to find out that we're not the only ones heating up. It'll be interesting to see what kind of winter the Northeast gets, because if it's been cooler here in August, are we in for a cold winter or a mild winter? I'd say maybe colder. It'd be interesting to see because of the jet streams and how the ocean works here. And we're still not in the clear for hurricanes either here in Florida or anywhere up the coast, folks. So make sure you keep your supplies, your water and everything, batteries, weather radio, and all that stuff handy, because you just don't know what the heck is going to be brewing up. We had that tropical disturbance in Florida that just boiled up within 24 hours, and then, bam, we get pelted with all that rain. But, you know, these hurricanes, man, they can come out of nowhere, and then we could be dealing with one, you know, a week away, 2 weeks away. I mean, it just happens. So be sure you're ready. Firm believer of preparation. It's a good thing. And it could save your life, which is a beautiful thing. And listen, nobody likes to be, you don't like to sit in the dark, do you? So make sure your batteries are working on everything, too. Yeah, it's still that time. We'll be back about the story of the New York Times here. It's unbelievable. Just unbelievable. For the People. And our website, forthepeopleshow.com. We'll be back, America.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew is I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it. Don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Women Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on. To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please call or go online with your gift right now.
Get ready, get set for 123 Ready TV, the brand new app that everyone's talking about for your PC or Android device that allows you access to most every movie or TV show ever made. Sound incredible? Well, it is, because once you pay $19.99, that's all you pay. Just the movies and TV shows you like without the hassle. The internet streams everything already. What 123 Ready does is it finds them, then delivers them directly to you, commercial-free. There's nothing quite like it, and it's available now at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And before you buy 123 Ready TV, watch the video and see how simple it is to start watching all those movies and TV shows. If you like movies and TV shows, but don't enjoy paying for all of them, no problem. Just pay $19.99 and start enjoying countless titles and entertaining TV better than anyone. Get your 123 Ready TV for $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page. Some things in life need a little attention. Like a plant. If not watered, it begins to turn brown. But if watered properly, its leaves turn green again. Like a plant, For the People needs watering too. Your thoughtfulness provides sustainability for us to grow and reach our full potential. You see, For the People depends on you to broadcast this program to help inform and educate folks so you can make a difference right where you are. Grab your watering can and join us as we endeavor to make a difference in people's lives each and every day. To donate, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Just look for the watering can and water as much as you can. At For the People, our garden is full of opportunities, and planting something allows others to enjoy the benefits. At For the People, our mission is simple. Give you the news that matters with good old-fashioned common sense, mixed with a conservative point of view. Simply log on to our website at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Thanks for your support. What would you give for a little peace of mind if you were bedridden in a nursing home? Today, we're asking you to consider a one-time gift for a man who helped so many for most of his life on radio, Chuck Harder. Your gift will help purchase an iPad Pro to help him reach outside the confines of his bed to the outside world. Would you lend a hand today? Just go to forthepeopleshow.com to make a donation and help bring some light into his world. Life in a nursing home is lonely enough, but being bedridden is tougher. It may not seem like a lot, because his mind is still sharp and his heart is wide open. Would you open your heart today and help a good man who means so much to us here at For the People? When we raise the $7.99 needed to purchase an iPad Pro for Chuck, we'll Facebook Live the video for all to see. Please give your best gift today at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Thanks for your kindness, and God bless. And welcome back to For the People. Keith Allen here. And so the story for the New York Times. Here we go. Are you ready for it? The New York Times, fake news or a leak news. But, of course, they had to go ahead and release this report for climate change. And scientists are calling out the New York Times for this incorrect claim about the climate report. Now, there's an editor's note, by the way. And the editor's note for this, it says, several hours after publication of this article, a New York Times spokesperson returned an earlier request for comment to say the story has been updated. Now, scientists appear to have debunked the New York Times claim that it was leaked a secret regarding a gloomy climate change report, which it published amid fears. And the reason they were fearing is that President Trump would suppress it. Now, on Monday, the New York Times published a story